Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Chelsea and I do beauty and lifestyle videos, and if you like that kind of content, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Today I am doing a video on my drugstore makeup starter kit, and this is for people that are in middle school or high school and they haven't started buying makeup or doing makeup yet and they don't know what to buy. So I'm going to show you all the things that I recommend for somebody that's just starting out in makeup and have had no idea what to buy. I also recommend that if you are new to makeup, obviously, I think that you should go on YouTube and look up makeup tutorials. I think those would be really helpful for you and you could really learn a lot. So if you want to see the products that are in my drugstore makeup starter kit, these are all drugstore products, and then just keep on watching. So for foundation, I was really thinking about this because I didn't want a foundation to be too expensive, but I wanted it to be light to medium coverage, and I wanted there to be a lot of shade options for you, so it is not difficult for you to find a shade. And when I was looking through my collection, I decided to talk about the L'Oreal True Match. And this is in all drugstores. It's from L'Oreal, and I think it is at least under $10, probably $8.99, $9.99. It's a really good foundation. It's going to last you a while. You don't need that much. It is medium coverage. It's not full, and I think that's really good for somebody just starting out. You really don't need that full coverage effect, especially if you're younger. You probably just need a light layer of foundation and you're good. You're young, you have probably really good skin, and if you don't, then you can use more of this on areas that you need it, and it is buildable. You can build it up to full if you want, but I really think this foundation is great because there's so many shades to pick from. You won't have a problem picking shades. There's just a shade for everybody. So I think this is a really good foundation to start with, and I actually started using this years ago, and it was one of the first foundations that I ever used. So I really do love this foundation. Now, concealer might not be what everyone needs. Everyone might not need concealer, but if you think that you do need concealer underneath your eyes, if you have dark circles, or if you just have discoloration, or if it's just really dark under there, you have under eye bags, I would recommend the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. This is really good because it's not too full coverage, but it covers up really nicely. They have options in skin tone colors, but you can also get a brightener shade or a neutralizer. I recommend the skin tone colors because the brightener is just a little bit too pink, in my opinion. I'm wearing it today, and I'm just wearing it in the inner corners of my eyes. I don't really have dark circles, but you can use it to brighten up the area. So if you feel like you need concealer, this would be the concealer I would recommend. Now, to set your makeup with a powder, it is important to set your makeup because you should always set liquid with powder just to keep it in place so it doesn't move throughout the day. I like the NYX Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent. I like Translucent because it doesn't add any extra color onto my face, and it sets the makeup lightly. This is only $3 from the drugstore, and you get this whole container. It lasts a long time, and it's actually a really good product. So I would really recommend this to set your whole face, even under your eyes. Works really well. For bronzer and contour and blush, I do recommend e.l.f. just because you can get these duos that come with a bronzer / contour and a blush. It's just a 2-in-1 product, and these are only like, I want to say $3, but they could be $6, but you get both things. And this is in the shade Fiji, and both of these shades are matte shades. So this could also count as a contour as well. I feel like when you're younger, you don't really need one shade for bronzer and one shade for contour. You might as well just do a 2-in-1. To make it really easy, you have school, you don't have a lot of time to get ready in the morning, so I think that's a really good option. They have other shades besides this one at the store. They have shimmery shades if you want a shimmery blush or a more shimmery bronzer. But this one I really like, and I really recommend this line just because it's so affordable. Now, if you're new and you want to get on the highlight train that everyone is on, everyone loves highlight. If you want your highlight to be on fleek, but you also want it to be affordable, I recommend Wet n Wild, just because they came out with these new highlighters, the Megaglo highlighting powders, and they are so beautiful. Just so beautiful. So amazing if you're just starting out in makeup and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg on really expensive highlighters. You can find really good ones at the drugstore. So this is from Wet n Wild, and this is just under $5, you guys. And it comes in this big pan and lasts you so long. I would just recommend, and if you don't have a brush for this, you can literally just use your finger and it'll work just fine. I love the Wet n Wild highlighters. They are absolutely amazing. And if you do want to highlight, you don't have to have a highlight. If you don't want to highlight, then just skip out on it. But I recommend this one if you do. For brows, let's talk about brows. When I was in middle school, high school, it was not on trend to do your eyebrows. I pretty much had no eyebrows because nobody filled in their eyebrows, and it was just more on trend for people to like not fill in their eyebrows. So, but when you're younger, I just feel like you don't have to, you know, take a pencil or a pomade and just be really precise and, you know, have a really sharp arch. I mean, it's just not necessary when you're so young. But if you do have thin eyebrows and you just want to fill them in a little bit really quickly, I recommend these brow gels. They're tinted brow gels, and almost every line has these now. Like every drugstore line and every high-end line, everyone has tinted brow gels. This one is from Maybelline. It's their Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. So it has little bits of fibers in the product just to give more volume to your eyebrows. So they look a little bit thicker, and they come in all different kinds of colors. I have mine in Auburn because of my golden brown hair right now. But they have all different colors. And if you just want to fill your eyebrows in a little bit but not make it too heavy, then these are definitely a good option. Okay, I'm going to talk about eyeshadow really quick. My favorite eyeshadows from the drugstore are Wet n Wild. They are so good. Don't even waste your time looking at L'Oreal, Maybelline, Rimmel, and, you know, I mean, you can look at e.l.f. e.l.f.'s okay too. But I would say go straight to the Wet n Wild section and pick out these two palettes. They're $5 each. They also have palettes that are like trios that have 3 eyeshadows in one palette. Those are really affordable. I think they're about $3. Those are also really good as well. But these eyeshadows are so freaking good. They're so pigmented. They're so affordable. I can't believe they're so good for being so affordable. But I have this one, which is more golden shades. So we got some goldens, and then we got some matte shades. We got a black, and we got like a gunmetal shade here. This is called Bare Necessities. And then we have this one that is more purpley, pinky shades. And this one is called Nude Awakening. These are really good eyeshadow palettes. If you're just starting out, I would recommend these because they're not that expensive. And you get so many eyeshadows in here that actually look really good. And they will really help you create the eye look that you want. While we're on the topic of eyes, I'm going to talk about eyeliner. I really don't think when you're younger, if you haven't done makeup before, I really wouldn't recommend using a liquid liner. They're really hard to work with, and you can practice it. I would recommend practicing it before you actually wear it, just because it's hard to get used to and you do need some practice at it. But I feel like if you're just starting out, go with a pencil liner. They're really good. You can get in the waterline. You can even put it on your lid if you want. But I like the Milani Stay Put Waterproof Eyeliner. Only about $7 at the drugstore. They come in all different kinds of shades. I have mine in Hooked on Expresso, just a nice dark brown. But Rimmel also has some good eyeliners. I would stay away from eyeliners from like Wet n Wild and stuff, just because their pencil eyeliners are not very good. That is something they can definitely improve on. But I think Milani's good, Rimmel's good, Maybelline's good, probably even CoverGirl is good, L'Oreal. Just a pencil liner I feel like would work really well for somebody that is just starting out. You can just put it in your waterline like I said and you're good to go. When it comes to mascara, you can pretty much pick whatever brand you want. Mascara is mascara. But my favorite brands are Maybelline and CoverGirl. I think they have the best formula of mascara from the drugstore. And they're probably the cheapest. Besides like Wet n Wild, I wouldn't recommend Wet n Wild mascaras. I don't think they're very good. But I like Maybelline. Their prices range from $5 to $8. And I like CoverGirl, and their prices range kind of like the same. So I really like these ones. This is a Clump Crusher from CoverGirl, and this is the Colossal Volume Express from Maybelline. But I pretty much like all mascaras from Maybelline and CoverGirl. They're really good. For lips, if I was younger, I would probably stick with something simple like a lip gloss. This is from Revlon. It's in the shade Bellini. It's just a nice nude pink. All drugstore brands have lip glosses. You can pick anything you want. I think they all work really well. If you want to get on that liquid lip train and trend, and everyone loves a liquid lip, you can try the NYX Lingerie ones. They are really good. They stay on all day, and they have all different colors, like nudes, like lighter nudes, darker nudes. I really like it, and they're mostly like catered towards the nude family, so they're pretty much neutrals. There are darker neutrals, like this one. This is in the shade Bustier, kind of darker, but I do have a lighter one that's more of a nude. But if you don't want to wear lip products and you can just go with the chapstick, that's fine as well. I'm also going to talk about brushes next, and I think when it comes to brushes, you can totally find good ones at the drugstore for a really affordable price. I would recommend e.l.f. because I have this foundation brush here. It's called the Foundation Blurring Brush, and it's so good, you guys. I love this foundation brush, and I think it was only like $6. It's so good. It works with almost every foundation, and it just blends out the foundation so nicely. Like, it just buffs right in, and it's perfect. I also have a brush from e.l.f. here. It's a small angled brush, and this is good for brows or eyeliner. If you're trying to put eyeliner on your lid, that's good as well. I also have a contouring brush from e.l.f. that you can use with your contour powder or bronzer and just get right in there. And you can also shape the nose as well with this. And I have an e.l.f. small stipple brush, which if you want to use it for foundation, you can. But I would recommend it for like concealer because it's small enough to get right down in there. I also like Real Technique brushes. Those brushes are more expensive than like e.l.f., but they're really good quality. This one right here is the Expert Face brush, which is actually really good for foundation, or if you want to do like bronzer with it, you can do that. I like it for foundation because it's very dense, and I do really like this. You can find really good brushes from the drugstore. You don't have to go to like Sigma or Morphe or pay all that money online. You can just find what you need at the drugstore. Okay, so those are the products that are in my makeup starter kit that I think would be helpful for you guys if you're just starting out makeup. If this was helpful for you, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys. Mwah.